Have you ever wondered what would happen to a Kawasaki ZX-6R if it's left untouched for 17 years? Well, we're about to find out.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this.
Welcome back to my channel, folks. I'm Jeff the Ginger Bearded Biker. Today I have a treat for you. I have this 2000 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R that has been sitting idle for the past 17 years. I'm going to take you through every step of the restoration process, revealing all the challenges and triumphs along the way. So buckle up and let's breathe life back into this Ninja. All right, so first things first, I gotta go get the parts and then come back. O'Reilly's. I ended up picking up a new gas can, some brake cleaner, got some carb cleaner, brake fluid. This is for the air filter, and then there's the battery. 99% of the time, the battery is located underneath the seat. Normally, there'd be a screw right over here, right around this area, to undo the seat. For this one, you have to take off the passenger seat to get to a single bolt that holds the driver's seat. To take off the passenger seat, you need the key. Right here is the keyhole. So we're turn the key, lift up the back, slide it off. As you can see, there is a bolt right there. Once took off that bolt, there's a little latch right here, and this pulls towards the back, comes off. This is where the battery would go, under here. So we're gonna have to take off this bracket. So we're just gonna, so these bolts also are securing the gas tank to the frame. All right, so I got those bolts off there. So I'm just gonna slide this down in here. That's a fit. All right, everything comes on. Cool. So the next thing we have to do, put the gallon of gas I have in there, hoping that it will work itself to the carburetors, and we'll try to see if this thing will start. Oh my God. All right. There's a gallon of gas in there. Alright. I don't think it's getting any gas. So I'm gonna pull off the tank and see what's going on in there. Turns out fuel line's not connected. That could be the problem. The air cleaner box is missing all the screws, which is not good. I think there's a box of parts that came with this. I'm gonna go sift through that and see if I can't find the airbox screws and the fuel hose, because I kind of need that. That's another problem. There ain't no air filter. There ain't no air filter at all. Well, I found the old fuel filter. Looks like the guy got a brand new one from Cowie and just never replaced it. There's also some new hoses. Got the fuel tank back on. I got the gas in the fuel tank. I got the valve open. I got a connector that I saw that was disconnected, reconnected. Got new fuel filter, new gas lines, all into the fuel pump. Let's see what happens. Still nothing. I almost have this thing, it's wanting to start, which means it's getting gas, but it could just need new spark plugs. And I kind of flipped out one of the cylinders. Shit. We're gonna go ahead and take a break from that so the battery can charge.
One eternity later.
Not the next day. For a brief second there, I got it to fire up. I think I still have the valve on the gas can closed. So I'm gonna open that up. I'm gonna get some more gas running through it and see if we can't get it running. All right, let's see if we can get her fired up now. Ah. What the fuck? The gas is leaking from over here. Which is weird. Because there's nothing running over this way. I'm confused. Carbs are filling up, which means the float bowls are probably stuck, which means the carbs need to be pulled, rebuilt. All right, I'm gonna try to chase where this gas is coming from. Comes in through this line, into the fuel filter that I replaced, into the pump, back out of the pump, up this hose, and to this fuel rail, which supplies fuel to all 4 float bowls of all 4 carbs. What's happening is this carburetor is just having gas pour down the venturi here. This one looks like it's getting a lot heavier flow too. These two might be okay. What that makes me believe is at least the floats on these 2 float bowls are stuck wide open, guaranteed. Now what's happening is this breather or vacuum hose, it's pouring into here, traveling through here, and going to this intake box here, and coming down to the low end and just pouring out. So I got myself set up to do these brakes. I took the cap off the rear cylinder. It is disgusting. Like, it smells bad. So, fiddling around with this thing, there's no pressure. I'm just going to say that the rear master cylinder needs to be replaced or rebuilt. I'm moving on to the front brakes now. So, there's a lot of pressure in the master cylinder. I've opened the reservoir. I've opened the bleeder valve. The pressure is not going away. I'm going to try to remove one of these front brake calipers and try to compress the piston in it to see if I can get any fluid moving in the hose. Had to break out the big guns. Oh, that's fucking on there. Little loose, but it should not be that. Alright, I got the calipers removed. There's the right one. There's the left one. And as soon as I got the left one off, the pressure in the master cylinder went away. So I pumped it up, and like a dummy, I pushed the pistons. I pushed the pistons out. But it allowed me to see that only one side pushed out. So the other side is stuck in there. The right caliper, the pistons aren't moving at all. I'm gonna suggest to Under the Kilt Moto that we go ahead and get rebuild kits for both calipers. I don't really think we need a master cylinder rebuild kit for the front. The master cylinder seems to be working fine. It looks like the problem's down by the pistons. As for the rear brake, I'm going to suggest that we get a rear master cylinder rebuild kit and possibly a caliper rebuild kit for the rear. We'll see how much all that is. Let me just reiterate what we got going on. The carburetors need to be removed and rebuilt. We need to flush the brake fluid. It looks like the oil has been changed prior to it being parked. I won't have to change that. It is missing an air filter, so I'm going to have to order that. I believe that all the screws for the airbox are missing as well, so we're going to have to order those. Okay, well, that's it for this week's video. I know it's disappointing that we weren't able to get the bike up and running. At least we found everything that's wrong with it. At least what we've found so far. I'm not surprised that it's not starting up. I mean, it has been sitting for 17 years. It just needs a little bit of TLC and some new parts, and I'll have this up and running in no time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to leave any comments or questions that you have at, down below. Other than that, keep the rubber side on the road, and I'll catch you all next time. Later.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough, slow up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.